Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the monthly reads for May 2020 and I'm going to be reading next for the lovely star sign of Gemini. If you are new to my channel, then welcome to you. Regards my monthly readings, I tend to pull out starter cards, which then allows me to do my little bit of meditative poetry at the end, hence my name, Poetry Witch. And I also pull out a little charm at the very end just to tie up the reading, my lovelies. This month I wanted to go back to using the fairy oracles, hence why I've got the fairy drop here, an old print that I've had over 20 years, and it's the Pear Blossom Fairy, that print is called. So yes, without further ado then, my lovelies, Gemini. And the fairy card that came out for you first was She Who Laughs, Humour, Perspective and Mirth, okay? And Gemini, as a star sign anyway, they are the life and soul of the party. They're very much of the social butterfly, okay? But of late, you haven't been in that frame of mind. There are issues around you, and in my readings, I tend to cover general and also love aspects, okay? So there is areas around you at the moment that I feel some of you may have had problems with a relationship. It could be that you have split up recently with somebody. You could have been the person to have instigated that. It doesn't mean to say you're the victim. You could actually be the instigator of that, saying you needed space and just time to reflect, because I just felt on the romantic side of things that there had been issues around a relationship breaking down, okay? It doesn't mean to say it was finalised, because I did feel within the reading and my poetry that there is a lot of love still there, and it could be a relationship that is going to be rekindled. But I just felt with some of you on a relationship stance, as I said, whether you're the victim or the actual instigator of it, I just felt that there was some distance needed, some space needed between two people, okay, to reassess a situation. On the other side of the coin, it could be literally where you have gone through a relationship split and it has really affected you so much that you haven't wanted to go outside, you've just kept yourself within, and it's really affected you in that stance, okay? The next card that came out in the fairy oracles was Go Outside, and it says it's time to go outside, tune into the powerful peace of nature, whatever your... I'll read that again, shall I? Go outside, it's time to go outside, tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Okay, so again, even if it's just on the general, I do feel that some of you have had health issues where, again, if we look at I always look at the skeleton parts of this butterfly. It's like very skeletal, back to the bare bones of things. So here the vulnerabilities could be surrounding somebody with health issues and worries and concerns, because I did feel in my when I was in my meditative state that some of you have got niggling health issues, but you're sort of sweeping them under the carpet thinking it'll go away, not to worry about it. I don't want to tell anyone about it, but underneath it, it's worrying you, okay? Underneath it, it's worrying you. But as I said, going through May 2020, some of you, again, on the opposite side of the coin with the health issues, could have picked up from this, and you've got your energy back now where you can sort of, have the strength to go back outside, even if it's just sitting in your back garden at the moment with everything that's going on, just to reconnect back with the with nature and outside elements, because I do feel this confinement with some of my Geminis over the last few weeks, okay? But on reasons being health or, as I said, relationship issues, okay? So the next card that came out was Carry Me Home. Support, time to be carried, allow others to help. So I just felt here, going back to the romantic, that Carry Me Home was literally, I want to say you need to heal for those where you know for a certain fact that there's no hope for the connection to be rekindled. But I did have that other side of the coin where I felt space between two people, and I do feel a reconnection. I do feel a reconnection there with some of you, and it's literally why it comes out with carry me home, like to say, you know, we've had time apart, I've missed you, I realise that I do need you in my life, and it's like, bring me back home to you. And that is what I felt for some of you, not all of you. And then the next card that came out we had was the Nine of Wands, and this is what made me think about the relationships where you needed space. It's as though I look at the Nine of Wands and you are protecting yourself, okay, or protecting from the opposite side. If you are the victim of this, as in your partner has said, I need my space, I need some time away from you, okay, and then this is like a barrier has been built between the two of you, but they're still holding, you know, holding the torch for you. The love is still there, and this is what I was saying earlier on in my reading. So it's just to say, some of you are guarded, some of you are feeling a bit vulnerable, and you're just uncertain as well. There's some Geminis out there at the moment who are guarding and protecting their true feelings, okay, of how they are feeling. And as I said, it reflects on these health issues, okay, where you are very protective, very secretive, okay, and I just feel some of you need some guidance. With the light there, it's saying on the health issues, you need guidance. You need to confide in someone. Don't let this, you know, get out of hand. Because the next card that came out was the Five of Fire. On the health issues, it's consuming you, okay? You're sitting there and it's like these worries are manifesting. And it's saying here, you know, as much as you want to protect yourself and guard yourself, or maybe protect others from knowing that you aren't feeling 100% at the moment, I do feel if you could just get the courage, okay, to confide in somebody, really, just to let these thoughts that are consuming your head release. Because see the release of the butterflies here, okay, and it's like saying, that saying of a problem shared is a problem halved is a problem shared. It's somewhere along those lines, okay, but basically if you share your burdens and your responsibilities with somebody, it takes a load off your shoulders, okay. So this is what I feel that the fairies are trying to say to you in this reading. It's literally saying, you know, you need to ask for the help, ask for the guidance. On the romantic, as I said, I do feel here with sitting in your own space, because I did feel that there's a couple here that needed space from each other to literally sit there in their own power and get a perspective on this relationship. But I do feel whoever I'm connecting with, the love is still there, and literally having the time apart will make you realise how much you really do love this person. And that is why you know, at the end of the month, I do feel that you know, you will be connecting back together, and you know, you will be coming back as one. As I said, that's not going to resonate for all of you, but this is what I was feeling today. I'm going to shuffle a few more cards just to get a few more added messages, because obviously that was the pre-meditative cards that I did for my poetry, but I just want to see what else is in the cards for you, my lovelies. But I do feel it's about going back to bare bones for some of you, as in the She Who Laughs card. I had a feeling that somebody was putting a brave face on. As I said, you know, you can be all smiley and laughy in front of people, but underneath it all, there's these worries, anxiety and issues going on that you're hiding from your nearest and dearest for some of you. It could be that some of you as well, if you haven't asked for this space between a relationship, you are feeling boxed in, and you are worried that your partner's going to think, oh, he doesn't want me anymore, they don't want me anymore. Then it's just to say to them, look, I feel we need some space, I need to clear my head, I need to work out, you know, what's going on, because it's best to be honest with a partner and have that space between you for a while, to give you that clarity, because there's nothing worse than stopping in a relationship if you don't feel happy. So the only way you can do that sometimes is put space between you and somebody, and then naturally, if you love them, you will miss them, okay? And this is what I was feeling on some of my Geminis this month. So let's just have a look what else we've got for you, gems. And we have the Two of Fire, okay? And again, to me, this is about on the health issues here, weariness, tiredness that you have been feeling, but it's saying you are being carried out of that, okay? You are being assisted and helped, and I want to say to you, this is what you need to ask for. It's the card telling you here, you are weary, you are tired, you aren't well, okay? You need to seek that guidance, okay, before you get burnt, before your fingers get burnt. That's what I want to say, because of the fire aspect as well in the card itself. But it's saying here, seek guidance and the correct guidance. Now, I want to say to some of you as well, financial barriers, because I'm going back to this card here, that there's some difficulties in financial issues at the moment, but it's saying here, okay, don't let that consume you, because it will worry you, obviously, if your money is tight and you're worrying about your monthly bills and everything. But it's saying here, okay, you need to seek the guidance here, and that is why the Two of Fire has come out. So let's just get another clarifier card, just see what else is coming out for you, gems. I also had as well, when I was doing my meditative for you, gems, some of you are, want to sort of start a project, and I felt it was like getting your hands dirty, as in there could be a bit of land or some like an allotment or something like that, where a few of you want to get together and start to organically grow. Now, this is not going to affect everybody, obviously, but I just felt a small minority were sitting there having this brainwave, okay, thinking they've got time on their hands with, you know, a collective family, and are thinking to themselves, I could do something here. I've got this creativity idea. It's like you were looking at the landscape thinking, you know, even if it was in your own back garden, thinking, you know, I could plant something there, you know. And I feel like some of you are itching, really itching to get into your hands dirty, as in the fact of getting back to the nature. And that is why the outside card come in. Go outside, okay, because I feel some of you need to be doing something in growing, okay, literally growing something in nature for providing you and your family with good nutritional food, because it's as though with everything that's going on, it's sort of triggered your imagination at this point, and you are thinking to myself, you know, we've got all this craziness going on with, you know, food, finding it difficult to get food to us, and we've had to queue and everything else. And there's some of you out there thinking, I'm not going to do this, you know, I'm going to put my hands to the test and literally start growing, okay? And it's not going to affect all of you, but I did feel a strong pull to some of you out there. So we have the Ace of Earth, okay? Now this is, I always look at the stag as a very, very powerful animal spirit. This is where the standing alone, okay, being on your own, shutting the door onto the outside world. You are trying to deal with your responsibilities, you are trying to deal with your love issues, and you're trying to deal with your health issues in a standalone stance, okay? You are, I'm not saying scared to branch out or ask for help, but it's like, it's your pride, okay? You're thinking, no, I can do this, I can manifest this, I can do anything, I can manage, I don't want to ask for help. But it's saying here that I feel with the Ace of Earth, in order to get your finances, because the, you know, I'm looking at the pentacle aspect of it, the money aspect of it, you need to be, some of you, asking for that guidance, okay, to get you on a surer footing. And if it's on the romantic side of things, I can't get words out then, sorry, the love aspect, okay, it's saying that, you know, you have got the strength to see this through, whether that's going through the healing process of a romantic split, or, as I said, standing in your own power, giving you that space and that distance, because it's like the stag is like waiting there to be greeted again by their partner, okay? Like looking out into the distance thinking, you know, I've had my time apart, but we're good together for some of you and not all of you. So I'm just going to pull one more card for you, Gemini, because I feel like I want to pull another card on this. But it is a very, very information giving reading, this is, okay? It's like the fairies are trying to shine the light on your current situations, okay? There's quite a lot going on, I feel, for Geminis this month in May. A lot of you dealing with a lot of different issues. But it's saying here, I love these cards, guys. The Five of Air, okay? You're blinding yourself. You've got this blindfold over you, okay? Thinking, you know, as I said at the very, very start of this reading, you're putting a big smile on, a big brave smile on, putting this mask on, masking what's going on underneath the surface, underneath the bare bones of, you know, getting back to the bare bones of your skin, under your skin, okay? And it's saying here, and this is a nice card because of the Five of Air with the doves around it, if you just branch out, if you just reach out, okay, having the time away from a partner will give peace and clarity to the situation. And those of you suffering with health issues, okay, if you ask for that guidance or you confide in somebody, it's like a weight off, okay, literally floating on air here, okay. So this is the message that I feel, and I still feel like I want to pull another one for you, Gems. I think you're the reading that's had the most cards pulled, but I just feel this is what I'm going with. So let's just get one more card. And we have the Magician, okay? The Magician, my lovely Gems, is basically saying to you, you hold the power within yourself, okay? You are the master to your own destiny. And the Magician as well, I feel, is going to be those who are thinking of doing this constructive thing with gardening or growing and doing something. It's going to be magic for you. You know, you have got natural abilities, and this is why you've got this calling at this time to say, you know what, I'm going to have a go at doing this. As I said, it's not going to affect everybody, but this is what I was feeling with the reading. So my lovelies, okay, and the magic there is the magic spark to that relationship where you've had your time apart. The magic is still there, okay, which is lovely. So let's just get an affirmation card now from the Terri Foss, which I call my witchy deck, but it's the I think it's the goddess, moon goddess affirmation 31 card set. I'll just take that out of there. But I call them my witchy cards because I've got all witchy pictures on there. So let's just have a look what we've got for you, and that has just dropped out. So we have got, I dance with the moon and the stars. Now here, with the full moon, you're coming to a end of a full cycle here. You are going through, it's saying to you, you've got to break this cycle, okay, of trying to manage things on yourself. We have a collective of witches here joined in a circle. There is more power with help and support than being on your own. So I dance with the moon and stars. I just feel that this is saying to you that you need to, as I said, branch out and ask for that guidance and ask for that help where need to. With the romantic, it's a completion coming back, okay? It's like you are, it's a reunion here on the romantic side of things for some of you, again, not all of you. So what I'm going to do now is read you my poem, and not only did you have the most amount of cards, Gemini, so far in my readings for May, but your poem was the longest one that I've done as well, literally going on to 2 pages. So I will read you this now, Gems, and see what it says. Okay, for May 2020. And it says, so you wear a mask and smile, a good disguise for a while, as you stand in the here and now. Things don't feel quite right somehow. The naked truth makes you feel alone, feeling vulnerable, broken, cut to the bone by a relationship or illness that has cut you to the core. Hence you've hidden yourself behind closed doors, not wanting to go outside due to struggles with body and mind. There is light behind the barriers you build so high. A love can be rekindled if only you try. You need help on health or financial issues. so don't sit it out alone. There's people there to help, so just pick up the phone. For some new creative ideas or of burning ambitions, you want to get your hands dirty, bring your dreams to fruition. A project outdoors will have you surveying the land. In 6 months' time, how happy you will stand. So that was my poem that I had for you, Gemini, and it does cover all the aspects that I have said in your reading today. Okay, my lovelies. So what I'm going to do now is just pull out the little charm just to tie up this reading for you for the month of May. So I am going to dig deep. Let's have a look what we've got for you, Gemini. Okay, and I always look at this. It's 3 little circles together, but I look at it as financial for some of you, okay? Whereas, you know, the money was, you're having struggles with money coming in, but it's saying if you ask for that help and guidance, and then having the 2 pentacles underneath, it's saying your money aspects will start to flow a little bit better. I also look at this as a crossroads as well, like you've come to a junction here and you've got 2 options, 2 paths to go along, okay? So as I say, you can either carry on trying to struggle through with your health issues on your own, okay, and go down that one path. It could be on the romantic, where, you know, you've come to this crossroads where some of you know you cannot rekindle the relationship, and you've, as sad as it is, you've got to move on, okay? And then you've got this other pathway where I said that having time away from a loved one, you've realised that, you know, the magic is still there and you still love them, and you've got this rekindling and coming back together. So basically this little charm covers financial issues, okay? It also covers a crossroads. I literally, you are coming to a crossroads, and you need to know which is the right path to take. So that's what's come out for you today, my lovelies. So I hope you can take some elements away from this reading today, gems. As I say, it may not be directly to you. It could be to do with a cross-watcher, or it could be to do with, you know, if you're not a Gemini sun sign, it could be to do with your moon sign, etc. So don't force it to fit, obviously. Take what you can, leave what you can't. And until next time, my lovely Geminis, I'll stay safe, and I'll look forward to reading to you next time. Take care then. Bye.